here in Dallas, Texas, at the Defending the American Dream Summit, and Holly Fisher. I mean, it seriously needs no introduction, Holly. You, your rise to fame and prominence in this conservative movement is pretty unbelievable. First of all, great shirt here for NRA News. Thank you very much. For people, the 7 people who probably don't know, how did you become such a popular and polarizing figure here in the conservative movement?
Well, I started in the 2012 election when Mitt Romney was running. Just on Twitter, I had like 50 followers, and I started tweeting about the politics, and I try to use humor and like snarkiness a little bit, and I feel like it's relatable for people. I'm kind of an open book, and then of course we know when the Hobby Lobby ruling, I took the picture with the pro-life shirt, the Chick-fil-A cup, in front of Hobby Lobby, and people just, well, I would say people loved it, but we know a lot of people didn't love it. And
I mean, the picture, it's incalculable how many times the picture was shared, it was modified, it was captioned, you were put next to a jihadist. I mean, it was an unbelievable situation.
Yeah, the second picture with the American flag, it was July 4th, and my thinking with the second picture was I have my First Amendment, I have my Second Amendment. Like, today we're supposed to celebrate our independence. And of course, the left took it as I was wrapping my guns and my religion together, and that's how it became the American Taliban, or Jihad Barbie. I also answer to Jihad Barbie.
and as we've talked about, and as people have seen online, you've been called much, much worse. I mean, some of the things, like you were telling me this unbelievable story, like you get such hatred that people say, hey, nice fat wrists, lady. I mean, it's such, it's unhinged hatred that you've engendered. It's got to get to you at times, right?
I mean, for the most part, it doesn't. It bothers me a little bit when people, they'll take pictures of my kids and tweet pictures of my kids. But when it comes to me, like the fat jokes and your nose is ugly, things like that, I feel like those attacks, the personal attacks, say more about the person who's coming after me than it does me. And when they resort to that, I feel like I've won. Like they don't have an intelligent debate. I feel like it's weak-minded, and it makes me feel like I've won. If that's all you've got is to tell me I'm fat or go get on the treadmill or I have thick wrists, then I feel like, I mean, whatever. I don't really take it personally.
You know, you're a stay-at-home mom, and the power of social media is unbelievable, because the stay-at-home mom, you become this figure here where you're invited to conferences, you're invited to speak, people, you walk around, people want their picture with you. It's got to be just a humbling experience at this point, right?
It is really, when I just had a girl come up to me downstairs and she was like, you are my hero. And my response, because I'm not expecting that, I was like, wow. And they told me I need to work on that. But I mean, it is just to see, and she was probably 18, maybe 20. When I have a young woman come up to me and tell me, like, you make me want to stand up, you make me want to speak out, that makes all the hate and all the negativity, that makes it all worth it. Like, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, is for these people to know that they're not alone, and there are people out here like me, and it's okay to speak up and share your beliefs with people and just stay strong in your beliefs.
There's some people, though, who are going to see what you do, want to say what you say, want to do what you do, but who are going to probably be intimidated by the hate and the C word and the F word and die and all this crazy stuff that I've seen that is said to you. What do you say to women to get over that hump, to get over that barrier, and just, you know, speak your mind and don't be afraid of the repercussions?
For me, I think about my kids. I have 2 daughters, and when they grow up, I want them to be able to speak out about their beliefs and not have to worry about going through what I'm going through. I want the tolerance, I want that to be a two-way street. I want people to start to realize that if you want me to respect your views, you need to return that. Like, you need to respect mine too. So I think of my kids and their future. Like, I want to change this, like what I'm going through. Like, I want that to be gone, and I don't want my kids to go through that. So just to think of trying to make it better for my kids' future, that makes it worth it. Like, if your friends leave you because you speak out about being conservative, that doesn't matter. You don't need those friends. And the future of the country and the future for our kids and grandkids, that should be most important, I feel like.
Let's go back to your shirt for a second. You have an amazingly cool gold, it's a bedazzled gun on your shirt. You're obviously a supporter of gun rights and the Second Amendment. Talk about the importance of women and guns, for self-protection, for your family or whatever, and talk about this tradition of the Second Amendment in your state of West Virginia.
Right. A lot of people actually be surprised to know, up until the last maybe 5 years, I was not a gun person. I didn't want them in the house. My husband wanted to get one. He was in the Army, and he's gone a lot. He wanted me to be protected. And I was like, no, I don't want that in the house. So he took me out. He taught me how to use them. He educated me. And knowing that when he's gone, I have that there with my kids. And there's safe ways to do it. I have a gun safe where you have to have my thumbprint to get my gun. And my kids aren't going to go in and steal my gun. That's important too. I think education is the biggest thing surrounding this. People are ignorant about guns. People are ignorant about the Second Amendment. And they tell me I'm irresponsible for having guns around my kids. But I can come back and say, I think you're irresponsible for not having guns in your house to protect your kids. If someone, God forbid, breaks down your front door, are you going to be better off like hoping the police gets there in the next 10 minutes and like they won't find you in your closet, or be able to point a gun at them and watch them run back out the front door? I don't understand why people don't want to take advantage of this Second Amendment that so many people died for and fought for to protect themselves and their kids.
So what's next for you?
I just started radio with War, Reviving America. I have that on Sunday nights. And I don't know, I want to keep going with this. I feel like there's an online conservative movement. I just want to keep growing that and keep going, keep speaking out, and like motivate people. So right now we're getting into the radio a little bit more, and we'll just see what comes after that.
It's awesome, Holly. It's good to see you in person. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.